Mary was staring at a paper in her hand with little anxiety written on her pretty face. She sighs heavily and gently rubs her belly with her right hand. There was a knock on the door. Mary looked towards the door and hid the paper.
Who is that?
There was no response. She went and opened the door to find Madame Q, 62, a dark-complexioned woman of average height, well-dressed, at the doorpost.
Good evening, Ma.
Evening.
I'm sorry. I don't think I know you.
Of course, you don't know me. But I know you. I live in this estate too.
Really? Pardon my ignorance. Please come in.
Thank you.
Welcome, Ma. Please, what can I offer you?
Don't bother, I'm okay. I just decided to come see if we are fine.
Of course, Ma. What even gives you the impression that we aren't?
What gives me such impression? I had a feast at my place last week and most people on your street showed up except you and some others.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I didn't get an invitation or something.
Nobody got an invitation. They just came.
That's weird.
Weird is the word, Mary.
You know my name. How is that?
Let's just say the walls have ears. I will be seeing you some other time.
It was nice meeting you, Ma. I can't remember you telling me your name.
Call me Q. Madam Q. Greet your husband for me.
I'll do just that.
Nice house, by the way.
Thanks, Ma.
Madam Q walks towards the gate, admiring the surrounding and leaves. Mary sighs and closes the door. She walks towards a dark room and pauses all of a sudden, holding her belly, and looks down her legs in fear. Blood has started streaming and dropping on the floor.
Not again. Not again. Oh my God. She struggles to sit on a settee and dials a number amidst panic.
So, your wife would be discharged tomorrow morning. All right, sir. Ensure she takes her drugs as prescribed and have a lot of rest too. You also have to assure her that all will be well because spontaneous abortion could be traumatic at times. That's true. And you know women, they are very emotional. But I'm still baffled with how she lost this one. We carried out most of the tests few weeks ago. Her blood pressure wasn't too high, no signs of diabetes or any other disease that could pose a threat to the baby, and she wasn't even feeling feverish. And we even stopped having sex immediately her pregnancy test came positive. Well, that's a myth. But you have to remain hopeful and also keep praying. You know, doctors deal with medical problems, not metaphysical ones. My wife and I don't believe in metaphysical stuff. Thank you, doctor. I will be back by tomorrow to pick her up. You are welcome. See you tomorrow.
The next day, Mary was discharged from the hospital. Tony drove her home.
Glory to God, my dearest. You've been discharged.
Yes, thank God, but you know I'm not happy at all, don't you?
Yes, dear. I understand, but God knows best. You just have to be fine, okay?
I will try.
They got home. Tony parks the car and quickly alights to lock the gate. He sees Madame Q standing by the roadside in front of his house, gazing at him impassively. He stares at her and closes the gate.
Sorry, dear. Welcome home. So, how do you feel?
Better.
That's good. I want you to know that.
Spare me the message, dear. I am not a kid. This is the 4th time I'm having miscarriage, and I know this is a bad statement, but I'm getting used to it already. I just wish my mother or yours was alive to have a mother-to-daughter talk with me in this trying period. But don't worry. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not going to my place of work today. I have to stay with you.
Come on.
It's the least I can do. Look into my eyes. We go through this together. And when we have our baby, we'll celebrate it together too. Mary, I love you.
By the way, it's high time we got a gatekeeper.
I am comfortable with opening the gate. I want us to have our babies before we start having a gatekeeper and even maids. If you feel lonely, you can visit your friends Kate or go shopping.
Okay then, if you say so.
So, what should I prepare for you?
Any light food is okay.
Toast bread and tea?
That's my darling. Mary is fast asleep on the bed while Tony is seated beside her, stroking her hair gently. The door to the sitting room opens all of a sudden. Tony hears the sound of the door to the sitting room getting closed and stands up from the bed, walking anxiously downstairs. He walks gently into the cabinet and finds Madame Q seated comfortably on one of the chairs, staring at him.
God. You scared the hell out of me.
Really? Which robber breaks into a house by 7 p.m.?
I thought I asked you not to come here.
Believe me, I have my reasons. Why don't you sit down?
I'm okay standing. What do you want? At least 4 are out of the way, 3 left.
I know.
Then, why are you here again? Haven't my wife been through enough misery?
You're asking me like I'm responsible for her misfortune. Where is she?
She is fast asleep.
Deeply asleep.
I slipped some pills into her tea.
Better. Mary gradually opens her sleepy eyes and yawns, stretching her aching body. She sits up on the bed and stares at the round clock on the wall. It's 7:10 p.m. She cleans her eyes and puts on her brown slippers lying beside the bed and leaves for the staircase. It's not an ordinary feat for a young man like you to be this rich without coming at a cost.
And I am paying the cost as agreed. Your members already have 4. What else?
Things have changed.
What has changed?
Meanwhile, Mary is behind the cabinet, listening to them. I just want you to know that we don't want the rest of your babies. Mature blood is needed. We want her.
Are you serious? You want my wife? Then, why did I agree to this? When I can't spend my money with the one I love.
The person you make go through the pains and trauma of miscarriage 4 times. The one you love. Don't deceive yourself, Tony. What you've ever loved is money. Mary sobs silently behind the cabinet. Well, I'm not dead. So you should have known there was no future with Mary.
But this is betrayal of trust. You and your people agreed that after 7 babies, I would be free as regards commitments.
There is no contract in the spiritual realm, son. The powerful only control the less powerful. We are coming for your wife next.
Oh my God.
There are many beautiful women out there who are ready to enjoy all this with you. I'm sure you don't want to go back to abject poverty. You want to have a life where business booms and everyone thinks you are a genius. Where eating 5 square meals a day isn't a problem. Where your children can go to the best of schools and your wants can be met, not just your needs. First, true love is a powerful sacrifice, but this is for a greater good, son. Mary will just be the sacrificial lamb. At this point, Mary couldn't control her emotions any longer. She cried out loud.
Oh my God.
I thought you said she was asleep.
I didn't know.
Tony, how can you do this to me?
Mary, come here.
Mary runs frantically into the bedroom and locks the door. She turns back and sees Madame Q standing at a corner, in the bedroom.
How did you get here? Madame Q.
You'll never know. Mary screams, and that was the end of Mary. 11 months later. In the exquisite sitting room, dating pictures of Tony and Becky are splashed on the white walls. Becky, 29, a tall, fair-complexioned woman, is busy in the kitchen. Becky heard some footsteps coming towards the kitchen. It was Tony. He walks down to the kitchen. He kisses her repeatedly and hugs her.
Oh, baby, let me finish now. Your mother must not meet us in this position.
Come on, you are my wife already. My one and only Becky. Look at her. She's blushing. Now I want my baby to dance for me. Let me play you your favorite song.
Greatness. DJ Neptune. Joe boy Ponte. Go to buffet. No my get so come on love body on check. I thought I don't mind the pepe.
Now your turn too.
I got this.
That was much fun, baby. Now let me get the juice from the fridge.
There is a knock at the door to the sitting room. Becky pauses.
I think that's Mom.
Tony, Becky and Madam Q are in the sitting room. Then the discussion transpired. So, what more do you know about my son?
Well, I know his favorite dish is fried rice and chicken. And, yes, he also told me about how he lost his wife last year to miscarriage. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Mary, God bless her soul. It was such a devastating period for us, especially him because her death came as a rude shock, but we're trying our best to move on. I know you're godsend cause it has been difficult for my son to find a woman that would fill Mary's strange shoes.
Yeah. Thank you, Ma.
Madam Q raises her glass of juice up. To new beginning. Tony and Becky raise their glasses to
new beginning.
To new beginning.
Their glasses clink amidst laughter. Mary is standing at the corner of the room in her blood-stained gown, with tears running down her pretty face. The end.
Listen, what should scare you isn't evil itself, but rather, the fact that the closest person to you may be capable of doing it. The hidden truth.